Hey guys, so I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I just actually got in the house. I am so tired. I spent the Christmas with my family, my son, my sisters, my mother, father, my aunt, and my uncles. It was wonderful. My grandmother that is 91 years old. It's just was an amazing time just to be with my family and be away from people that are draining. That drains your life force every day. But you know what? When I was over my sister's house, we was having a great time. But we were dancing, having an amazing time, and then we started talking about more serious stuff as family do. And I just wanted to make a video today because I have to go back to a place tomorrow that I'm not that happy about. And it just was in my mind that we are amongst a lot of miserable people. These people are very miserable, and it's a shame that we live in a society that is so negative. And I'm all the time. I'm not even gonna say for the most part. All the time, I am a positive force. I love positivity. I love happiness, and I believe in creating your own happiness. So that's something that I do, and I think that's why a lot of people with low mindsets and people that are not happy within, they don't really like me like that, because I think when they look at me, that's a threat to them, because they're like, how is she so happy within? How is she just walking around just being happy and doing her own thing and being comfortable in her own skin without living up to other people's expectations? And that bothers people. So, like I said, tomorrow I will get ready and to go into a place that I can't stand. I actually don't have to go to that place, but because God has worked it out that way. But I'm going to stand through the storm, because I know that these people want me to leave, and that's why they're harassing me. That's how I feel, and that's not how I feel. That's what it is. They're very envious of me. They are always targeting me. From the first time I started, they talked about my beauty and all this other stuff they have talked about. And I even have a couple of witnesses that told me that these people were talking about my beauty, and that's the reason why they did not like me, is because I am too much and I am too extra and I do too much. This is what was said about me. Now, mind you, I don't bother nobody. I come in, good morning, goodbye. I try to do, the job to my best ability. And it's not a strenuous job. It's not a hard job. That's why I'm so confused on why people are so childish. But maybe that's why, because it's not a hard job. It's a job you like to go to. You could be, I would think you could be yourself, express yourself through fashion, because that's what you're doing. And you could be happy in your skin and be productive as you can be. But when you're around a lot of negative people that are in dark places in their life, they will try to pour it into you. And you know what I've learned? It's not just the people, like I said in my last video, it's not just the people that's inside the building with you. It's a lot of these people that's upper. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like HR and all that stuff, the reason why I'm saying that is because when you go and you complain to HR about certain things, they really don't care. They're not for you. They are for the company. So like for me, when I think about certain things and I think about my complaints, I thought about certain things, I'm just like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all, because when you complain and stuff, now they still see you as a problem. Not only do they see you as a problem, they try their best to get you out. They try their best. If they don't have a reason to fire you or terminate you or whatever, they try to force you out. So what they do is, see, a woman like me, I'm not stupid. I'm very intelligent. And when I was younger, I was very naive to a lot of things, because I was younger and I wasn't self-aware. I didn't do a lot of, I was raised in the church. But the older I've gotten, I'm in tune with my spirituality more. And I know the reason why I'm attacked a lot is because I am spiritual. And I know that I'm God's child. I'm one of his favorites. So a lot of times, because when you're God's favorite, you're going to be under attack, because you are. And it's going to be in places like the workplace. It's going to be anywhere. You can walk in the room, mind your business, and these people will get angry because you're rattling something within them. So anyway, like I said, it's a person that the last time I was at the workplace, the store manager, I'm just going to be honest with you, he does not like me, and I can just tell because I've had a couple of witnesses say to me, oh, well, you know, I've noticed that he only comes to you and micromanages you and tell you what to do, but you have like 3-4 other managers here, and they're basically not being asked to do anything. And they might be being asked to do stuff, but I feel like it's predominantly me. And I also realize that I'll be working, I'll be doing my own thing, and I'm not bothering nobody. I'm just working and I'm doing my own thing. I'm putting clothes up, doing whatever, and he'll come over to me and say, is everything all right? How's everything going? Like I'm doing something wrong. And what I realize is the people that was there before him, from what I've heard, they all work together. So I think that they try to put a seed in his mind to look at me in a toxic way. And so they're gone. They've been gone for a little bit of time, not a lot of time. But the thing about it is, the people that was there before him, they all knew about the harassment, or they all knew about the ill talk of me. They all knew about it. And because I'm intelligent enough to create a paper trail, that's what I did. And like I said, it has been a terrible time since I've been there. Just last week, I was there, right? I think this was last week, and I had went to him, the store manager, about a specific problem, and then I was asked, after we talked about the problem I had went to him about, which was in reference to another manager that worked there that I felt like was micromanaging me and being mean to me without a cause, for no reason. He had a nerve to tell me after that conversation was over, had the nerve to ask me, did you say that you were going to get 2 of your siblings to come up here and hurt another employee? So, you know what I said to myself? I was in distraught. I was upset about it. I cried, missed 8 hours, he asked me, do you want to stay? I said no. And I actually ended up leaving the building because I couldn't believe the horrific lie that was told on me. And I missed 8 hours of work, which means you miss money, which is not a big deal to me, because it's not a big deal to me. But my thing is, for me to be upset like that made no sense. It made no sense at all. And the thing that he asked me about, the problem he asked me about, was basically a problem that occurred long before he got there. So I'm like, why is he asking me about another employee? And this is something I've never said. First of all, I'm a classy woman. Both of my sisters are educated, both of them. One of my sisters is about to get married far away. I won't say where because I don't like to say where, but she's about to get married to a beautiful fiance that she has, and she has a lovely home. And furthermore, I come from a 2-parent home. And I was raised well. And I'm a very classy woman, as you can tell. And I don't behave like a hyena. And I don't threaten people, because that can get you unalive. And not only can that get you unalive, terroristic threats can land you in jail. So I don't believe in spewing anything out my mouth like that to tarnish my reputation. Right? But these people made up these lies on me, and I don't know who. And when I asked who, they had enough to tell me, well, I can't tell you who said it. Then it went a step further, because the person they said that I said this about, because this was another employee that didn't like me for no reason. I don't know. They said it was about work things, but nobody could ever say I don't do my job, because I do what I was taught, and I've never been nasty to anyone. And I've even asked people, have I ever been nasty to y'all? No. You've never been nasty. You never did this. I don't know why. And then they agreed with me and double said, yeah, this do seem like harassment, and this does seem like you're being targeted, because I don't understand where all this is coming from. So the person that he said that I said this about, I actually came to them. Yes, I did go to them. And I said, I just want to thank you because the reason why I thank that person is because I think that person did have a problem with me. And they could have took that storyline of, oh yeah, she did say this, that she was going to get her sister to come do this and that to me, and ran with it. And my thing is, if she would have ran with it because of hate or whatever, they would have been like, oh, well, we have to investigate this, and you will be out of your job, because now this is the thing. I would not feel comfortable working with anybody that would put my life in jeopardy or threaten me. So I'm quite sure another person would feel that way. So I was confused. But when I went to that person to say, hey, they was like, she said that you didn't say it. I didn't learn that till after the fact. I talked to the higher ups. And I said, well, why would they make up a lie on me like this? And then she said, well, that person, we went to that person and asked them, did you say that to them or about them? And they said they never heard it. And they said you didn't say that to them. So I was like, well, thank God she told the truth, because whatever problem she had with me or whatever hate she had towards me, she could have ran with that and lied. And then if she would have lied, then what? Which y'all would have terminated me? So I went to that person and I said to him, I said, hey, thank you for saying I didn't say that, because there's a lie going around saying that I was going to get my siblings to come down here and do something to you. And I don't even talk like that. First of all, look at how I conduct myself. You think I speak that way? I would never do nothing like that. And she was like, yeah. Then she takes it a step further to tell me, yeah, they even asked me, did you say it? And I said, really? They asked her before they came to me and asked me. And I said, really? She said, yeah. And I told them she never said that to me. Whatever problem that I had with Leah, or whatever problem we had with each other, and I never really had a problem with this girl. I still don't know what the issue was with that. But she was like, whatever problem I had with Leah is, that's over with. So I'm just like, well, why would they bring up something like that? And why would they lie and say that? Because to me, that's a horrific lie, and that's a defamation of character, first of all. And for somebody to say something so horrific about me and my family, that is disgusting. So even when I was approached about it, I asked the store manager, I said, do you see me? He said, yeah, I see you. I said, do you see me? He said, yeah. I said, so why would I say something like that? I don't even speak that way. And furthermore, I'm 41 years old. I have a 20-year-old son that I'm raising, and I don't behave that way because he's looking at me. And first of all, if my son came to me and talked crazy like that or said anything like that, it would be an issue, because I didn't raise you that way and we don't talk like that. And those type of things can get you hurt, or like I said, thrown in jail, or just make you look terrible all around. Now it's on your record. That's on your record. And now any job you apply to or whatever, people find out about that, then you can't get hired anywhere, because they're saying that you're making threats. So you know what I said? I did not let that slide. I went to the higher up and I talked to them, and I basically was told, well, everybody's not going to like you, and this is something that you're going to have to get past. I'm like, that's not the issue. The issue is not that everybody's not going to like you. I'm 41. I'm very flamboyant at how I dress. I'm very flashy. I have a big personality, but I will tell you that I have a good heart. I don't talk ill about anybody. I've never talked about anybody's appearance, but everybody has talked about my appearance, and I have threads and documentation of this stuff. So I don't have to lie about none of it. And then not only do I have documentation of this stuff, the last person that was over me, I sent this to them, and they were agreeing to the things I was saying, like, yeah, you're absolutely right. They are targeting you. I agree with you. So for you to agree with me and then y'all did nothing about it, that's an issue right there. So you knew I was being harassed. You knew I was being targeted. And not only was I being targeted, I was being threatened as well. Oh, well, she better keep my name out my mouth because I'm not the one. That's a threat. I've never threatened anyone. I've never talked bad about anyone. I don't care what anybody wear. I just wanted to come there, be myself, do my job, and that's it. But long and behold, these lies started being told about me. So you know what I said? I said, this is really strange that this lie is being told about me. So I did what I had to do to make sure I was covered. Okay, so let me go on to the next thing. So the other day I was there, and I've noticed that the store manager, he comes to me and he asks me stuff, which is no problem, because like I said, I'm a very neutral person. And the reason why I'm very neutral is because I don't trust anybody that works there. I don't trust anybody to work there. But one thing about me is I'm not going to let anybody run me out my spot, because if you guys want to do whatever you want to do, if you want to fire me, then you have to have a legitimate reason to fire me, right? So I do what I need to do. I come to work. I do my job to the best of my ability. Anything they ask me to do, I do, right? But I noticed that the other day, he asked me, he was like, oh, I'm going to take a meeting at this time. Can you be the manager in charge at this time? So I said, okay, no problem. So I said, well, and then, so when I went up to the girls, because I like to communicate with the team, right? And I'm like, well, let me communicate with the team and let them know what's going on, because they got to take their breaks too. And I don't want them like, well, where's Leah at? And why is she not up here so we can take our break? So what I did was, I went up there. It was around like 2:05, 2:10, or whatever the case may be. And I said to them, I said, hey, and we closed early this was the other day. I think it was, matter of fact, yesterday. We closed early yesterday. So I said to them, I said, hey, I'm going to go on a break at this time because I was asked to monitor the floor and whatever because of this and that. So they looked at me, people looked at me, and they say to me, well, why are you asked to do that? Isn't other people here in charge? And I'm like, yeah. I said, but he asked me to do it, so I'm just going to do it. You know, whatever people ask me to do, I'm just going to do it, right? So they looked at me, they was like, it just seems so weird. Like, it seems like he's on your back the most. So you know what I said? Because of the steps that I took, it just seems like retaliation. Then I noticed earlier in the day, it was I had just came in, I was working. So he came up to me, how you doing? How's everything? I said, good morning, good morning. Then I noticed that he came back up on the floor again. And it was 2 coffee cups there, but I didn't notice the 2 coffee cups because I was busy doing what I'm doing. And then he picks up the cups and he's like, oh. I was like, oh, he's like, oh, 2 cups. And I said, okay, like that. I was like, oh, I said, people are always like leaving stuff around. Well, that's why we need to do this and that and that and that. And I'm just looking at him like, well, I'm quite sure them cups was there before I came here. And did you ask the other people that? But I didn't say that, but this is what I'm thinking. Then he's like, how's everything going? I'm fine. I'm just working. I'm just trying to get through the day like everybody else. Right? And then I noticed the other day, I was at the register and I'm ringing. He asked me to go to the register. I did what he asked me to do. But then I noticed that he was staring at me. I'm paying attention to everything. And I looked up and I'm like, and then he scurries off. And so, like I said, the 2 young ladies, okay, so that was earlier in the day. But like I said, when he asked me to be the manager in charge, I said, okay, so they brought it, well, the young lady brought it to my attention. Well, it's just weird. Something just don't seem right. Why are you're not the only person here, so why are you guys? I said, yeah, I wanted to take my break at this time, but he asked me, so it's not a problem. So because of that, I said, well, it's 1:30 now. I said, so what I'm gonna do is, so it's actually 1:30. So I was like, around like 2 o'clock, I'm gonna take my break because if he's asking me to do something at 3, then I should go on and take it because I leave here at 6, right? So I go, so I come back, and then as I'm coming in to clock in, I see, him standing. He's like, oh, right on time. So it's like 2:45. You asked me at 3 first, so I was still on the phone. I was still on my break. So I'm like, I'm on the phone. I said, do you need something from me? Oh, no. So he's like, I'll meet you downstairs. So I'm like, I'm not even clocked in yet, first of all. I'm still technically on my break. You said 3 o'clock. I still got like 5 more minutes. So like, what's the problem? So I go downstairs. He gets down there. He's down there. So I'm just like, it's getting weird now. It's like you're trying to target me. And I'm like, okay. So I clock in and whatever the case may be. And so I'm there. I'm like, yeah. So I come out and I say, okay, what do you need me to do? Oh, I need you to be on the floor. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I go on the floor and whatever like that. So once I was done on the floor, I walk back upstairs. And so the young lady says to me, yeah, he came looking for you. And I'm like, because I went back on the floor I'm supposed to be on. And I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, he came looking for you. And he asked me what time you went on, where's Leah? And I'm like, well, I wonder why he's asking where I'm at because it's nowhere near 2 o'clock. And he asked me he asked me to do something. He gave me direction and I'm going to do it. He asked what time you went on break. First of all, why are you asking another employee what time I went on break? If she says Leah went on break, where's Leah? She went on break. But my thing is why? He said and then what they said to me, 2 of them employees said, he keeps checking for you. And I said, you know what this is? This seems like retaliation. And it seems like you guys are trying to target me because I don't see you directing other managers. I don't see you doing any of that. Why are you coming to me every time? Like, to me, it's giving weird. So they was like, yeah, it's strange. And they was like, you know what? It does seem a little bit like they trying to run you out, and it is harassment. So I said, you know what I said to myself? I said, I don't know why people are so threatened by me, but the fact that y'all, and this is what I truly believe, right? I truly believe that lie that was made up, I don't think anybody said anything to them about that. I think they made that lie up themselves. See, people like to dig and investigate, but I do my own digging and investigation. And what I think was, When he first came there, I told him the issues I was having in the store. And God always let me know stuff that's going on. And I think that he found out, oh, she got 2 sisters. So, how can we make this? I don't care what nobody say. I believe that the higher ups that plotted and scheming that out. Because you're telling me that, oh, did you say you was going to get your 2 sisters to come take care of her? First of all, you can't even try that with me. I pulled this picture up of my sister. I said, you see my sister? Do you see the type of work she does? You think I would, for you people, that's what you people are, because it's like, stop. You think I would tarnish my sister's reputation? You think I would tarnish, first of all, you think I would tarnish my reputation? But what you're trying to do is see if you could trigger me, and then you're trying to do a defamation of character. You're trying to defame my character. So now, since you're doing that, and when I go to the higher ups, they're talking like, oh, well, she didn't even say you did it, and we talked to her, and but why is that lie going around about me? And why do y'all think that's okay? Why do y'all think that whoever told that lie should still be in the building working? It was told to you. You know why? Because that's a sinister lie. That's a terrible lie to tell on somebody. And you think I'm supposed to be okay with a lie? And then when I asked you who said it, you know what they told me? I can't tell you that. And then the young lady that I said it about, let me go back to that. I said that she said she asked me, they asked me, and I said, Leah never said that. And then she said, then they told me they couldn't say who said it. I said, that's so weird because it's concerning me and you. So if it was said, they should at least be able to tell you who said that. Because why don't I know who said it? To defend myself. You know why? Because they made it up. They made that up. I don't trust nobody there. They made that up. And now, because of the steps I made, it's starting to be retaliation, I think. Because now they probably feel like, oh, she's doing this. Oh, we're going to get her out of here. One thing about me is I'm God's child. I'm God's child. He sees everything. These people on this earth they are not good. They make up wicked schemes and plots. And then these people think that I don't know the meetings they have about me. They having meetings about me. Yes, they are. I know for certain they are. That's why that dream I had with all the men in black trying to kill me. And then 2 days later, I go back to work. They telling me, oh, did you say that you was going to get your 2 siblings? Men in black trying to kill me. But the bullets didn't touch me, and I laid there dead. And then the man came. It was like, she's not dead yet. It was a man. See, God tells me stuff. And so what I said is the men in black, that's higher up. That's corporate. That's suited people. Because nobody in our building with that. See, God will speak to me. I said, look at these people. And the people the managers that was there before me was jealous of me too. Because the store manager that was there before had said to me in the elevator, when we was going up the elevator, oh, you wear so much Chanel, I would have thought you robbed the store. So why would you say that to me? And you're the store manager. When I'm already telling you that people are coming at the way I dress and look. And I work in a store where I'm supposed to look a certain way. This is me anyway. I don't care if I work here or not. I'm going to dress how I want to dress. I'm going to represent myself well because how I was raised. I keep a clean place. This is me. But because these people don't know who they are and they have they're very low-minded and they're insecure, what they like to do is try to make you make you like you're the problem. The chosen one is always the problem. At the workplace, you're the problem. Even when you walk in and you say nothing. You'll walk in, good morning. How are you? And then you go silent, you just do your work. They walking up to you, everything okay? And I said, well, keep asking me, is everything okay? I'm fine. I am fine. And for me to have a breakdown at work, that is not good at all. And I'm not going to lie, I was going to quit. Because I'm just sick of this. Is struggle. Something in my spirit says, don't you quit. Don't you go. You stand through the storm. Because God is with you. He sees everything. And for me, in my head, I'm like, well, what have I done to all of y'all? I haven't done nothing to anybody. The things that was said about me, how I dress, how I am, I'm too much. And the girl told me, she said, Leah, they even try to recruit me. I said, recruit you? Yeah, they try to get me to give them the hate train so I can hate you too. She told me this. See, God will reveal to you what's going on. She told me, she said, they're trying to get me to hate you. She said, and I just thought it was weird. And she said, you know what she said to me? She said, I thought it was weird because I said, well, why you hate her so much? All she doing is being herself. She's a beautiful woman. She has confidence and she's being herself. She said, but for some reason, they don't like you. And I was just like, but what did I do to anybody? I haven't done anything to anybody. All I've done is been myself. I've never disrespected anybody. I've never threatened nobody. And when them girls was coming to me trying to start drama with me, that young lady was present. And you know what she said to me? She said, when you try to, she said, they was all coming. She said, I thought it was weird. She said, and you was looking at them like they were crazy because they was loud. She was like, it was hostile. And you was trying to diffuse the situation. They had made up a fake text threat and everything. It was terrible. Against me. And I'm like, why are y'all doing this? So what I did was I told the person that was over me everything in text. Because I said, this is getting bizarre. And I told her everything how I felt. I told her, I've been targeted since I've gotten here. Everybody's so concerned about my appearance and they're not concerned about work. This has nothing to do with my work ethic. Everything that you, and I was not toward anything really, but that was not my fault either. That was not my fault. I did the job they told me to do. So all I could do is what I can do. But this was the things, how I was treated when I came. And I don't know why, because I said, I spoke to people. And my thing is, when I first got there, I wasn't, bubbly and nothing like that because I didn't know nobody. I didn't know nobody. I mean, how can you walk into somewhere new and just be like, hi, you don't know people? So when I got there, all I was doing was training on the computer. But you know what? I talked too much too because the person that was over me, I think that she had something to do with them hating me too. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I also heard that she was friends with some of the people there. And when I would tell her stuff, I felt like she was going, and she was a manager over me. And I felt like what she was doing was, when I would tell her stuff concerning things, how I felt like, hey, like something's not right, like the girls are doing it, I think she was going back telling them what I said. But how do you do that? And when I'm telling you stuff as a manager, your job was supposed to say, you know what? Let me get y'all together so we can figure this out. Because something does not. That's what I would have done. What's the issue? What's your issue with Leah? Has Leah done anything to me? And done anything to you? And she know I didn't do nothing to none. All of them know I didn't do nothing to them. All I did was come in and be myself. That was it. And I would try to be nice, but it seemed like when I'm talking to somebody, they looking all around, looking at each other all mad, making a problem with me because of my appearance and how I am beauty biased. And so, my thing is that is a thing. That is a thing. Beauty bias is a thing. When you're beautiful, you dress nice, you take care of yourself, these people will try to make you look like, slander you, defame you, do anything to you for no reason. And you're like, what is all this? And why are you coming at me like this? And what have I done to you? And like I always say, if half of these people that I work with took a lie detector test on why you don't like Leah, you're jealous, they will all fail it. They will fail that test, including some of them in there. Because that one young lady told me one time, I've never seen nothing like it. The one that was starting the drama, because she was a drama maker too. I've never seen nothing like that. Even the men hate you. I said, well, what did I do anything? Nothing. You ain't do nothing. They don't like you either. But I said, what did I do to anybody? I didn't do nothing. All I did was come here, clock in. How y'all doing? And I'm the nicest person. I never did anything. Because I asked the young lady that said, I see what's going on. She said, I see what's going on. She said, they're envious of you. They just don't like you because of how you look. She said, and I've never seen nothing like this. She said, and you ain't do nothing to nobody. She said, you're nice. She said, you're bubbly. You talk to people. She said, you're not mean. I've never reprimanded these girls. None of that. So my thing is, why don't y'all like me? Y'all don't like me for your own personal reasons. Why? Because I choose to dress nice. This is me. I've been like this since I was a kid, way before I've been knowing any of you people. So now I'm supposed to just come here and because you jealous or you envious because you can't afford the things I can, because that's what it's given. Or you feel like you don't have the things I have. Now I'm supposed to feel bad and just strength and say, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Because all of it is envy. It's all envious. And then so y'all so envious that y'all conjure up a lie. The higher ups, y'all conjure up a lie to make me look like I ain't nothing. And then when I say, well, who made up this horrific, and let me put my face in the camera, it's horrific. That lie is horrific. To say that somebody's gonna bring their family members to harm somebody. My family members, the ones that I come from good stock. Do you hear me? Mother and father been married for over 38 years. I think I'm correct. Been together for almost 40, been together for 42 years. Raised in the church. raised very well, came from a beautiful, beautiful family. Speak well, act well, worked hard. Don't think they're better than nobody. Just good people. And you're going to say that, try to tarnish my name? No. I'm not going to take that lightly. So you want me to sit back, oh, she didn't agree. That's fine. No, it's not fine. Because this is my character you're trying to defame. So no. And now, since y'all feel like, oh, she's taking another step, now y'all want to try to, now you want to try to retaliate. Well, we can go and we can talk to her like this and make a micromanage her, and that'll run her out. No. I'm going to stand through that storm, baby, till God say you move. Was he move me? Because the devil is a liar. And God do not like ugly. He don't like ugly. Because my thing is, what you reap is what you sow. See, people don't think that. People don't think that they can do things. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make this person look bad. Why would you want to make somebody look bad when they're not bothering you? One thing for certain, and one thing about me is I don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody, but these people are so envious of me. They get so, they're obsessed with me. They're obsessed with the chosen one. They're obsessed with us. Oh, how can I make them look bad? Because they really not doing it, but I got to get something on them. Why? Why would you want to do that to a person? You mean to tell me you're that low-minded that you want to make somebody look bad? Because you haven't done the self-work on the inside, the self-healing? Because a lot of these people got trauma. A lot of these people they got a lot of trauma. And a lot of times they see that you're happy and you are persevering in life. They see that you are fulfilled. They see you're smiling. They see you're happy. They see that you're artsy. You're being yourself. And these people are like, oh, I hate her. Because they hate me here. Anybody that would make up a lie like that about me, they hate me. But this is the thing. But these people think, these higher up people, you supposed to go in, clock in, and work around the people, and then you don't want to tell me who lied and said these things about me. What? No. That's a horrific lie. I wouldn't want to work with nobody. If somebody said that about me, I'm going to get my family to do this. Excuse me. I wouldn't want to work around them at all. I would be like, this is causing a lot of drama, and I don't want to work around these people because they are threatening my life. So you're basically saying I'm threatening somebody's life at the job. That's serious to me. Because that's bodily harm. That's physical. So you're saying, and that's why I repeat myself at the people. So you're saying that I said, Leah said, I'm going to get somebody that I love and care about, that have degrees, that's in school, that got stuff going on, to come and do something to you? And then when you go to this person, they say, oh, she didn't say that. She didn't even say that. At least didn't say that to me. I don't know why where is that coming from? And then you tell that person that so-called I said that about, they say the same thing. Well, who said it? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter who said it. What do you mean it doesn't matter who said it? And why is it being said then? If it doesn't matter, this is the thing. If it doesn't matter, why are you asking me about it? Why are you asking that person about it? Because y'all are trying to target me to try to get rid of me. And these people don't think I know that. I know that. I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. These people are toxic. They're no good. They're no good. Because if they were good, they wouldn't even come up with a lie like that. Why would you conjure up a lie to try to assassinate somebody's character? That's horrific and it's disgusting. It's not good. It's not nice. It's unethical. And then you want me just to let it, oh, no, it's all right. Well, I'm glad. No. And now you trying to retaliate by micromanaging me, coming up where I'm at. How's everything going? I'm like, I'm fine. You need to do this. Get on the baby and you come back. Talking to me like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know that you're a part of what's going on because you work with the manager. You don't think I know that you have meetings about me with the last manager was here? You don't know that I know that? There was a list of names written before that person left. The person that was over me. And you wrote things next to them people's names and my name included. So you can go and tell these other people about us And I don't know what type of horrific lie you told about me. I don't trust people. You can't trust nobody. Or that you call, they're going to tell me you can call me back. Why would I call you by anything? Why? You don't take what I'm saying serious. Would you, and this is my question, would you want to work around somebody that lied on you like that? Because if they can lie about something like that, what else can they lie about? Next, y'all be trying to say I'm stealing. People are crazy. You can't trust nobody. When people are lying on you, let me tell you something. When people are lying, you better know that they don't like you. They don't like you. They want to see you down. They want to see you fired, terminated, disappear. Because your presence annoys them because you love yourself. When you love yourself, you annoy people. You annoy people. And then the crazy part is you got to be careful because people don't think this far. But see, I'm always thinking. Like I said, I'm a thinker. They think that I don't know that the people that was there, the management that was there prior, didn't talk to HR about me. They didn't talk to the last manager before me. And I wasn't even snooping for the information about the other manager working with the other manager. Somebody came and boarded to me. You know they work together in this location. I said, really? So y'all know each other. And so y'all knew who was going to be in that slot too. And they lied. Oh, I don't know who's going to be. You're lying. You did know. And I used to work for that person too. That's there now. And I do remember that person not really caring for me then for no reason. I do remember that. I remember that distinctly. Because I said I remember this person because they said no coffee on the floor. Because I had a coffee one morning. And I was walking. This was years ago. But see, I remember God put stuff in my head. I would never remind that person of that. But I remember. And I said in my head, I don't think they really liked me then like that. It's my presence. I irritate people's demons. When they see me, I agitate their demons. They don't know how to handle me. They can't figure me out. So since they can't figure me out, they start lying. Let's lie and try to tarnish this beautiful girl. I think that's what it is. It's a beautiful girl. And I ain't talking about physical. I'm talking about spiritual. This girl is beautiful. Her light shine too bright. We got to do something to dim it. We got to do something to kill her spirit. That's what these people do. But like I said, I'm going to stand through the rain until God say no more. I'm not weak. But the fact that other people could see that the harassment is going on, oh, please. It's going on. I see it. God said, why does this person keep coming to me all of a sudden? And then walking down on the steps. I'm paying attention. And God said, look back. He always makes me attention. And when I'm walking, doing stuff, he looking at me. I said, why is he looking at me? You're trying to find something. Because you're a part of the drama too. You're a part of the he say, she say too. You're a part of it too. You're a part of it too. Think I don't know that? You're a part of the scheme and the plots and the lies too. Because I'm still trying to figure out who would have said that I was going to get my beautiful siblings, because that's what they are, to come in here and fight. Please. It's nonsense. It's foolishness. Me, get my beautiful siblings to put their life in jeopardy. I wouldn't even first of all, I don't even do stuff like that, put my life in jeopardy. I'm 41 years old. People are pathetic. All they do is lie, conjure up lies. These lies come from Satan. And God sees all of it. He's like, I'm watching you, Leah, and I'm watching them too. And you sit in the office and y'all having business meeting about me. Me, little old me. About how y'all can find another way to get rid of me. It's sad. It's sad. It is pathetic. And I'm just like, the devil's a liar. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me shall be condemned. And God will prevail. Because why would you do that? And why would you bother somebody that's innocent? Why? Why are you targeting me? Why are you coming to me, trying to reprimand me and trying to micromanage me? And then I was coming out of the bathroom, and this person don't think I seen him. The other manager, he can't stand me because he wanted his friend to have the position that I have, and I had nothing to do with that. And I'm coming out of the bathroom, and he says to me, good morning. I say, good morning. And then I said, somebody right there. And something in my spirit was like, they looked at each other. Then I heard his voice, and I just kept walking. I said, oh, y'all are in this together. Probably like, well, you know, we're going to see. Don't worry, you got to deal with this for long. We trying to get rid of her. Like, I don't know. I know. I know all about it. But no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm like, what is all this? And why are y'all coming for me? And what did I ever do to any of y'all? For anything, y'all should be apologizing to me. Y'all should be saying, I'm sorry that when you came here, you had to deal with that. I'm sorry when you came here, you was not trained correctly. I'm sorry when you came here that somebody said to you that's over you, you wear so much Chanel like you robbed the store. And this is supposed to be a professional place. What is this? I'm sorry that you're being harassed. And we're not talking about nothing about your work ethic, but we're talking about your beauty and how you dress. I'm sorry that you are going through this. How can we do to fix this thing so you can feel comfortable? Those conversations aren't being had because they're a part of it. Because they're all friends. They all having meetings behind the scenes. Oh yeah, let me tell you about her. And let me tell you about this one. This is Leah. And she dressed up. And you know, I don't feel like she's strong because she let the, I know how conversations go. She like, she is all in her head that these people talking about me. But yet and still I have other people that's seeing that everything's going on. And then I have another person that's over me agreeing to everything that's going on. So now it's in my head. Now it's me. Now I'm the problem. I'm the problem. But nobody can tell you that I disrespect them. Nobody can sit there and say, if I sat down each and individually with these people that has tried to come up against me for no reason, and ask them, have I ever did anything to you? They'll be like, no. Have I been mean to you? No. They always say no. Because they know that it's a lie. They know that it's trying to tarnish me because of my appearance. And do I really care? No. But what I do care about is the lies that's being spewed about me. About you saying that I'm going to get my family to come do something to you. And then the person that is being said about is saying, I don't even know where that lie is coming from. And I don't know why they said that. Because I never said it. But somebody else is saying it. I'm like, I know who said it. It's nobody here that said it. They made that up. They made that up. Because their whole thing is, they didn't want me there, and they let the new managers know about me, and they let HR know about me. And so because these old managers put this toxicity in their head about me, now they're going to try to look at me like, oh, well, you know, she's a problem. You know, when she told me she's a problem, when he told me she's a problem, so now we're going to, you know, we're going to target this girl to get her out because they say that she's a problem. I'm not stupid. I know exactly what's going on. Because why would they believe anything I say when they work with them longer or they have a relationship with these people? They're going to take me out. That's why I tell people, don't ever think HR is for you. They're not for you. They are not for you ever. They is for the people that they feel like they know or the company. They're for the company, which is all good. That's what they're hired to do. They don't care about nobody lying on you. They don't care nothing about it. But don't think that when you make a complaint, that complaint is over. It's going throughout, Jack. And see, these people probably don't think I know this because I'm beautiful. I'm pretty. So they think that, oh, this girl is stupid. No, I'm not. I'm very intelligent. I know what goes on. I'm intelligent. And the reason why I'm intelligent is because I have God. I have God. That's why. And these people don't like that either. They probably somewhere talking crazy. She's a witch. Yeah, okay. Abracadabra. Call me what you want. Because you know when you're spiritual, everybody want to make you out to be a witch. No, I'm a child of God and he lets me know what's going on. And that ain't going to stop either because God is not pleased with this foolishness either. He's not pleased with the assassination and defamation of characters. He's not. You think God is pleased with that? You think he's looking down saying, well, that's good? No, God is not sitting there saying that's good. He's good. That's evil. It's mean. I don't care if it is the work environment. To humiliate and lie on a person like that and to assassinate somebody's character and defame them. And not just defame them, defame my sisters. People you never even met. No, it's not okay. It's nonsense. And I'm not even angry. I'm not even hurt. I'm just like this. I'm appalled. Because a woman of my character, a woman of my, just my essence, my personality, how loving I am. Am I perfect? No. But even people that have lied and did me wrong, I even try to forgive these people and move on. And say, you know, I'm not stupid. I don't go back talking to these people, but I forgive them and move on. But the mere fact that now that everything is hitting the fan, now you keep coming at me about everything. He keeps coming to me about everything. You need to do this, you need to do that. And you need to do this. And talking to me like that, and then trying to soften it. And okay, trying to be nice. I don't believe none of it. He doesn't like me either. And I'm going to stand on it. Because God told me he don't like me. These people think I'm stupid. They think that I'm just out here just like, yeah, no, he don't like me either. I don't know why, because I haven't done nothing to him. But he doesn't like me either. That's why he comes to me. And the reason why he does that is because he wants to, oh, I can't change, I can't micromanage her. So I'm going to put her, I'm going to try to, I know I'm not micromanager. I can't do what I really want to do. So I'm going to try to micromanage her so I can run her out of here. I'm going to retaliate. Because I don't like this. She's intelligent enough and she's aware enough to know what's going on. This is what these people do. This is why I'm like, you know, you try to go to work every day and make a living. Or you just try to do stuff, just you try to be positive. And these people, they make it so difficult. They make it so difficult. They lie. They tarnish your reputation. They find a problem with you, even when you're not doing anything. And then the ones that's lazy, the ones that don't come to work on time, they don't do nothing, they treat them like heaven. But they take the ones that's trying to do a good job, trying to develop, trying to be out of trouble, trying to stay to their stuff. You can't even be silent no more. If you come to work and don't say nothing there, you a problem. Oh, she's quiet. What's wrong with her? Why do you have something that have to be wrong? Why can't I just come in the morning and say, good morning, how are you guys doing? Okay, if you need anything from me, let me know like I always do and go on and work. Why do I have to walk around acting like a clown saying, oh, yeah, oh my goodness, yeah, oh, yeah. Why do I have to do that? Why? Why do I have to come in a circle and talk to everybody, kumbaya? Why do I have to come if I want to go on my lunch break and go somewhere else to eat? Why is it, oh, she is weird. She doesn't like, she must, something ain't right. Well, she thinks she better. Why does it have to be that? Why can't it just be, well, you know, she's doing her own thing. She comes to work, do her work. She clockins on time. And, you know, she does her own thing. Why does it have to be you docking my time and lying? Because we're not even going to lie. We're not even going to talk about how the other manager lied and tried to say I went over 15 minutes of my, because we get our 15 minutes and our break or whatever, and said to me, what time did you go on break? And I said, like 5 minutes ago. It seemed like you over 15 minutes. And then when I checked the camera and asked the person, they said, no, you ain't been over 15 minutes. So then you're trying to say I'm still in time. You see where this is going? And then now he's asking the young lady, oh, what time did she go on break? What? So what you could, if you want to know so bad, you can go check the time cards. Why are you worried about what time I've been on break? You asked me to do something at this time. I went an hour before. You asked me to do it because I knew you wanted me to do this. So I could be on time. So you didn't have nothing to say. And now you're still trying to target me. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm paying attention to you people. You know, when you're going through stuff like this, just know that God is watching everything. Keep shining. Your light is too strong for these people. And then they focus on you so much. It's like, why are you focusing on me? And why are you asking me how's everything going? How does it look like it's going? I'm working, right? Are you asking the other two young people that? No, you're just asking me. Because you want to laser in on Leah. Let me laser in on Leah so I can find a problem with her. And then these people are so evil till they'll try to do stuff to provoke you. That's why I said, keep your face smiling. So when I see him and I'm doing my thing, I smile. Because you're sneaky. And I know what you're trying to do. Sneaky. Not a good person. But anyway, guys, I had a great Christmas besides that. Okay? And I'm going to stay fabulous. And I'm going to stay doing me. Nothing is going to bring me down And God is going to take me up because he knows my heart. He knows that I'm not a bad person. He knows I'm a good sister, a good daughter, a good mother. Okay? And he knows that when I go, any room I go into, I try to bring lightness to the atmosphere. It doesn't matter if I'm quiet. I'm quiet because I don't want people to misconstrue my words, so I can be quiet sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that. Anybody should do that. Because if somebody lied on you, would you go in talking to everybody? No. You would be quiet. Because you're scared now. Not scared because I said I serve God, but you're just like, you're cautious. Because you're like, if I say this, these people going to lie and say I said it this way when I didn't. The next thing you know, they're going to be trying to fire you for something that you didn't even say. So now when you're quiet, they make a problem about that. You can't win with losing. It's like, leave me alone. If I'm not going for hours and hours, I'm not still in time. I'm not late constantly. I'm not doing this and that and that. Why are you coming to me? And why are you like trying to micromanage me and it's only me you're doing it, and now everybody else is paying attention to it. And they're coming to me like, yeah, something don't seem right. It seems like he's only coming to you. Why is he only coming to you? Why is he bothering you? They're saying this to me. And I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. And I'm thinking in my head, maybe it's because of what I had to do. And now they're retaliating to try to say, I'm going to do this micromanage so she get up out of here. It's like, what is all this? But anyway, guys, I had a great Christmas, like I said before. I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to do what I need to do. And God is good. And every day is what you make it. So even when I'm going through problems, I still make my days a beautiful day. Even when I'm upset, I be like, God, you see everything. You are the master of my life, not these people. They got to answer to you just like I do. So just always keep God first. The weather outside was cold today, but like I said, it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful Christmas. Merry Christmas to all, and a Happy New Year's. Of course, I'll make more videos before the New Year's, but keep God first in everything you do, and he will solve all your problems. Trust me. He sees everything. Even when you feel like you want to run, stand strong, because it's a storm you're going through, because God wants to develop you for the next chapter. Have a blessed night, y'all. God bless.